Welcome back to Instables, everyone. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I'm going to go over with you guys on AMC and GME. I'm going to go over the comparison between the two, and then I'm going to compare it to the SPY so you guys can see exactly what kind of momentum we do have in the market and what kind of momentum we need here on AMC and GME to find a bottom and what exactly our overall momentum for both of these stocks look like. Now, before I jump into this, all I ask in return is you guys smash that like button and hit subscribe if you want to see more chart updates that I mention every single day throughout the week. And if you guys are day traders or you are looking for intraday perspective breakouts, we mentioned pre-market news 2.5 hours before market open. Any breakout that is worth looking at while the market is open throughout the day, go to instables.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout alert today again. So let's jump into this one. So jumping into the daily chart with you guys here on AMC to recap on all of AMC, we had a major breakout previously to 72.50. And as you guys can see, we did have our symmetric triangle. We did drop down below our symmetric triangle. We did have our 20-day moving average cross down below our 50, giving us that confirmation on that bearish momentum. And as you guys can see, we did consolidate. We were looking for a continuation to reclaim $60, and we did not break over $60. We did come up. We got rejected. We did mention our 20-day moving average crossing over 50 at this point in time, and that was last year. And we did consolidate. We did continue on lower, and we had a bounce here, and we did mention this bounce as our 20-day moving average did cross back over our 50, giving us that bullish momentum. We did mention that if we did not break over 35, then we would continue on lower, and sure enough, we did. And as you guys can see, for the last couple of days, we did get a lot of volume on AMC and GME. We had a nice bounce here on AMC. I did mention this one in the Instables room at about $11.60. We broke up over $13. Mentioned if GME continued on over $100 as it was halted at 99, that we would have a continuation on AMC if GME did continue on over 100, and then it did. And then AMC did continue on over $13. So we did have a $10 psychological resistance bounce here on AMC, as we did have a bounce here on SPY at this 385 level that we have been watching. Again, this 385 level is exactly when Biden mentioned a possible 100% increase in capital gains, and it was also the lower end of our channel that we have been talking about throughout the week. So as you guys can see, we had a bounce on AMC exactly at $10, as we had a very strong bounce here on the SPY at a very key point that we did continue on past, as we did have fear again from that possible 100% increase in capital gains that Biden did mention, and we did have a rally from. So this was a very key level on the SPY. We have been talking about this. We did have a bounce, and then AMC did have a bounce at that $10 psychological resistance. And looking at GME here, as you guys can see, we do have our 20 below our 50. Even though we did have a bounce, we did bounce from our previous bounce point that we had, and that's not exactly the strongest bullish momentum that we do need. We need our 20-day moving average to cross back at least back over our 50 to have that possible continuation and break back over 200 that we did have a rejection to the upside recently from. And we also did mention this in the Instables room as well. And as you guys can see, if we do continue on below our $78 level that we did have a bounce from around $78, if we did continue on lower, I would be looking for another bounce here at about $78 to $75. I would be buying into a possible swing at that point. As you guys can see, we had a large and major breakout and emotional reaction to this point, and we also did have a continuation and consolidation before we did break out of a bull flag previously here on this chart. So again, a very key level here at about $78, $75, looking for a possible bounce in my opinion if we do continue on lower. But again, a very nice break this week with GME and AMC. We will keep them on the watch, and if there is any more confirmation, we will mention them in the Instables room. Now, to compare AMC and GME, as you guys can see, we do have our trend line that we did break out of, a confirmed and confident trade that we did confirm and broke back over 20 all the way up to $30, $35. And looking at GME, very similar to AMC, as you guys can see, we did have a break. We had a confident trade, a break back over 160, jumping up all the way to 200, what I would call a very confident breakout here. And as you guys can see, we do have our 20 now dropping below our 50. We do need to get our 20 back over our 50 on AMC and GME. Now, what would give us bullish momentum for both of these stocks is you guys can see we do have our next trend line, which is the higher end of our bounce that we had on AMC and GME. Here, as you guys can see, we do have our next range that we do need to break into, and if we can break back into this range, then we could have that possible major breakout. As you guys can see, we would need to break back into our range and then possibly break out of it for more confirmation like we had here on AMC and GME from these recent bounces that we had. So again, AMC and GME will keep on watch, and keeping these trend lines and these ranges, in my opinion, would be very key for a possible continuation on higher. But again, if we continue on lower here on GME, that bounce at about 75 to 78 looks like a very nice bounce that could possibly happen. And for AMC, I would just follow GME's bounce if we did have a bounce on GME, looking for AMC to possibly get volume at that point in time. If we do drop down below $9 here on AMC, I definitely would be careful. We could continue on lower if we do continue on below $9 here on AMC. And again, just watching that 20-day moving average crossing back over the 50 and then looking to see what range we are within at that point is what we'd be looking for here. Now, again, with that said, if you are a day trader or you are looking for intraday perspective breakouts, I know the market has been very choppy. Most breakouts have been pre-market news and open or continuations midday. We mentioned any of these breakouts that are worth looking at throughout the day as early as you can find them. Go to instables.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout alert today again. And all of you instables that come over and support the channel every single day, you guys are the best. I appreciate every one of you guys. We're going to continue to go at it. Stay patient. Let the plays come to us. And staying focused on our levels and our volume every single day for every single stock will be exactly what we continue to focus on. And if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow. And I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all. And I'll see you guys in the next video.